Hello, I'm Karen, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how to make this lovely granny square bag. It's actually got a large square at the front and little squares all the way around. Okay, this is a reversible bag, so we just quickly turn it inside out so you can see it changes its shape when you turn it inside out, so you get this more curved looking style of bag if you would actually prefer to have it that way around, and you can crochet up that way around if you want that to be your main bit on the outside. Okay, so I've got super strong handles. These are absolutely lovely. I've done them in different colours on this bag just to give the effects. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just going to move this out of the way and I'll share with you how to actually crochet the squares. Okay, so I'm going to begin with, I'm just using normal baby knit yarn. I've got a thicker baby yarn, which is the white one for the middle, and then I'm actually using a blue and a grey today. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to begin with a magic circle. So we're going to go underneath this one, catch that yarn, twist your hook round and do the first chain. And we need to do a chain of 3, so that's 1, 2, 3. And we need to do a V-stitch, which is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet if you're in the US, or that would be a treble crochet, chain 1, treble crochet if you're in the UK. We need to do another of the same stitch, and then we're going, so that's, you've got 2, then we're going to do a V-stitch again, so that's double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, or treble crochet, chain 1, treble crochet, and then another one of those stitches. Then we're going to do one more V-stitch, another V-stitch there. Oops, I've split my yarn, hang on. And a stitch at the side of it, and then one more V-stitch there. And then we've already got the chain counting as a stitch, and we've got one there, so we're just going to pull the tail end tight. I'm going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the beginning chain. Okay, if you're going to change colour, now's the time to change colour on this particular pattern, on this round. Okay, so sorry, I'm just trying to find the beginning of my yarn, which seems to be forever away. There we go. So I'm just going to just change the colour, so just literally going to slip stitch to change. So I'm going to go into that stitch, pick up the new yarn, change over the colour, and then slip stitch into the first chain 1 to join. To join, to begin the next round. I'm going loopy la la. Right, chain 3, and then we're going to work 2 of these stitches. Whether you call it a double crochet or a treble crochet, you need to work 2. Oops, squeaky yarn. Chain 1 and work 3 more in exactly the same space. So that's 1, 2 and 3. Then we're going to work to the next chain 1 space and work 3 stitches. Oops, so that's 2, 3, chain 1 and work 3 more in the same space, so you're making your corners. Okay, so you're going to keep on going around. You've got 2 more to do till you get to the end of that round, and then what it will look like when you get towards the end is that there. And then on this round, what you're going to do is you're going to slip stitch to join in the chain 3 as you would with the other one. Then you're going to slip stitch into the next double crochet, to the top of the next double crochet, and at that point is where you're going to change over your colour to your, I've done this as a pattern of 3 different colours, so if you was going to do more colours you can, but it's at this point, so you always change your colour on the top of the last double crochet, and then you slip stitch into the next chain 1 space, and you begin the round again by just doing exactly the same thing. So you're going to do the 2 double crochet or treble crochet, chain 1, and work 3 in the corner. So that's 1, 2 and 3, and then on this round and the rounds afterwards you get a space between your actual little fans and you're going to work 3 of your stitches in there before moving on to go to your next corner. So that's 1, oops, 2, 3, and then do a chain 1 and work 3 more. There. You're going to continue till you get to the end of your round. When you get to the end of the round, you get to this stage, so you've done your round, you're going to slip stitch to join in the 3rd chain like you have done, then slip stitch into the next double crochet, and this, if this is your first one, you can finish here. Okay, and then what we're going to do is you need to make, in total you need to make 9. So I've already got 8 already joined together. I've sewn in all of the tail ends, but what you do is each time you make one you get to the end of your little ones that you're working on, and you want it so that you do it back to back when you're actually joining. So you want to slip stitch into the next double crochet, slip stitch into that corner there, and then slip into the chain 1, the corner of that one, and slip stitch to join. Then you chain 3, 2, 3, and then slip stitch between this one and into the back one, there, chain 3, and then slip stitch into there, and then chain 3 and slip stitch into the corner so that you're finished. Now I would actually be sewing in my tail ends normally, so I've got enough time, so I'm going to just get my yarn and my needle, and we're going to just, so I like to sew on, you can sew it on the inside or the back of them, so I'm just going to try to make sure that my knot is really nice and tight, and I'm actually going to go through the hole and come into the back. And then what I do is I very carefully go down the actual stitch so that it keeps all of the tail end hidden, and then work into this area where you've actually yarned over. And you can also, if you want to just make additional strength on it, just split your yarn slightly and then come back through. Make sure when you're pulling that, but you don't pull that too tight, otherwise you'll pull it weird. And cut that off there. And then once you've actually got 9 of these, that's when you then work, you go to then work to make your next squares, which are actually 9 rows or 9 rounds. Okay, and once you've actually got those into place, I'll undo this one because I'm going to just reuse that yarn, move everything out of my way. So now you're actually going to start joining, so this is going to join, and I know that this looks too big, yeah, so this is going to join all the way around like that. So I'll get my oh, by the way, it's a 4mm hook. I don't know if I've already said that. So I'm just going to begin with a twist, Then you work into the actual corner hole and into the very first corner hole, and you slip stitch that piece into place and chain 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. You work through the front, whoops a daisy, and into the back in the matching places. So that's 1, 2, 3. The reason why I'm showing is because of this next little bit, so I can show you how to work it. To there, then 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to go into the front, then into the corner of the back of that one there, slip stitch, chain 1, come back through that same point at the front and into the corner of the one at the back, and then do chain 3. So it's into the front, into the matching one at the back, chain 3, into the one at the front, into the one at the back, chain 3, into the one at the front, into the corner of the one at the back, chain 1, sorry, just pulling my yarn, into the one at the front again, and then into the corner of the one at the back, chain 3, into the front, into the back, 1, 2, 3, into the front, into the back, 1, 2, 3, into the front, into the corner of the one at the back, chain 1, go back into that same one and back into there, and as you can see, this line now of this join is exactly on the corner. I hope you can see how that's worked, and then you continue the same method. Okay, so I'm just going to literally move all of those bits out of the way and show you. Oops, I'm trying to get you one that I was working on earlier. So this is one that I've been making. This is the purple and greys. I love the way that this one's coming out. I love the colours of this one. But when you've got both of your actual you know, when you've done, so you're going to crochet all the way around, do one side and then flip it over and then do the other. Then to be able to do, you want to make this, I'm making this edge in, I don't know if you can see it very well, to match, so I want to do it onto the top as well as the actual sides. So for this bit, because you fasten off and you make sure that you've done all of your sewing in, then you're just going to start somewhere roughly in the middle near the back with this slip stitch, and then do chain 3, slip stitch, chain 3, slip stitch, chain 3, slip stitch, chain 3. Now on this one we're going to slip stitch into the corner, chain 1, and then come around the corner, and then chain 3 into this one, chain 3, and then I'll just show you this second corner just so that you know. So you're going into the first corner, chain 1, and then slip stitching into the next corner, just so that it gives that matching finish. I don't know if you can see that very clearly there, just so that gives that nice finish. And then what I'm going to do then, I'm just going to finish this video here because I actually want to show you how to make the actual handles. I've done 2 different versions of handles for this particular bag just so you can see, but I think the handles on their own need to be in their own little video, to be fair. And I'll show you also how to join the handles in the next video. So thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing. Bye for now.